Hi, welcome to Ed Foodie. We're going to have some good spicy Indian food today. I'm going to make my youngest daughter's favorite, butter chicken. Lots of spices, wonderful tasting sauce on top of this chicken. And so let's get started. We're going to start with a marinade for the chicken. I've got 1 cup of plain whole milk yogurt. To that, let's add 1 tablespoon of finely minced fresh ginger and about 3 pretty good sized cloves of fresh chopped garlic. Now for all the wonderful spices, 2 tablespoons of garam masala, my favorite Indian spice, a teaspoon of turmeric, ground turmeric, of course, a teaspoon of ground cumin, and a teaspoon of chili powder, and 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice with about a half of a medium-sized lemon. You can add about a half a teaspoon of salt if you want. Usually with Indian food, there's so many other spices in here, you really don't need salt, which is why I like Indian food. Let's stir this up real good. So this recipe would call for 2 pounds of chopped chicken. Normally in the Indian restaurants and all that, you'll get the thighs or the legs. I like breast meat, so I'm using 2 really good size breasts, chicken breasts, and just, pretty big chunks. And we're going to stir these in here, get them all coated really nice. I think that yogurt and the lemon juice is really going to give it a nice fresh taste. And then all these heavy spices in there. Now, what you could do with this is make this the night before, because I'm going to marinate this for a couple of hours. So you could do it the night before and just let it marinate all night, which would even be better. Get all those flavors to get into that chicken. But I'm just going to do this for about 3 hours. Put it in the refrigerator, cover it. The chicken has been marinating for about 3 hours. I've got about a tablespoon of olive oil in a pan. My burner's on about medium heat. Now we're just going to take this chicken and fry it up a little bit. We're going to cook this about 3 minutes, and then we'll flip it over, cook another 3 minutes. We don't want to necessarily cook it all the way through because this is going to end up cooking in the sauce that we make. It's been about 3 minutes, so let's flip these over. You can see they're just starting to turn a little bit brown. So now we'll just do another little 3 minutes on this side, get both sides browned up a little bit. The other 3 minutes are up now, so we'll take these out. Yeah, that looks good. We're going to put these on a separate plate and set it aside while we make our butter chicken sauce. I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons of butter. The actual recipe calls for ghee, which is a clarified butter. It's a little higher in cholesterol, so I'm just going to use regular butter. And it's also quite a bit more expensive than butter. But there definitely is a richer taste to it. Okay, we're going to fry up about 3 good-sized garlic cloves, finely chopped. I'm using, I ran out of fresh ginger, Plus on these sauces, I like it a little more smooth. So I'm using a squeeze, about a tablespoon of minced ginger, and then a finely chopped half of an onion. So we're just going to saute this till the the onion and the garlic get softened and cooked pretty well. We can go ahead and add in some of these spices while the onions sauteing. It's kind of nice, each one of these spices you put in, if you just let it go for maybe a minute before adding the next, that heat gets a chance to release the really good flavor of these spices. So we're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of the garam masala and 1.5 teaspoons of cumin. We'll go ahead and stir that in good. Let's add in a teaspoon of ground coriander and a teaspoon of ground chili. I've got a 15-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. We'll stir this in good. 1 cup of heavy cream or whipping cream. This is what's going to give it the real nice creamy texture. We'll put in a tablespoon of sugar. All right, we got that sugar in there dissolved. This next spice is optional. Some recipes have it, some doesn't. It doesn't. I'm gonna try it just because just add another layer of flavoring in here. And I had some fenugreek seed. It calls for a 1/2 teaspoon of ground fenugreek. So I just had to grind my own. Now we're going to add our chicken back in. All right, make sure you got that sauce covering everything. And we're going to simmer this for about 15 minutes. And then maybe every 5 minutes we'll stir it around a little bit, turn the chicken over. Let's pour our buttered chicken into a serving bowl. And our final touch, we'll top with a little bit of fresh chopped cilantro. Buttered chicken.
Rice. What chicken? Okay. Good.
What I really like about this is there's so much sauce. You can use the sauce, or you can put more chicken in it, but you can also use the sauce for the next day just to put it over rice, over pasta, noodles, make a whole other vegetarian meal. I had pretty big chunks of chicken. I don't think you even need a knife. Really good. Wow. Excellent. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to Foodie right over there. Thank you for watching.